Tonight, I'm walking on air. I'm walking on air. Shout out to Katy Perry and Sativa. Because Sativa is the one that performed that recently and brought the song. I want to ask who that was, but we're recording, and that was just bad drag. And I don't want to be a bitch and say who it was on the podcast. So just know that I just got some bad drag in my face.
That's who it was.
I don't know them, so good thing.
I don't know them either, but they just started following me, and I was like... Anyways, let me open my juice pouch.
Okay, that's... Oh, nope, that sounds real loud. All right. A juice pouch? Wait, fuck the juice box. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the podcast. We are here for another episode. What is this, episode 15?
Holy shit.
Bitch, we've been doing it. It's episode 15. Ew. We are in the wintertime season. Oh, what is it?
Try it.
Is it an alcohol?
Yeah.
A sangria.
A sangria.
Ooh. Oh. Just like that.
Just like that.
Hell yeah. Hey, DJ, bring that back. Yes, y'all. Welcome to another week at the podcast. We are back and we are filming late AF. We are currently recording this podcast an hour and a half before it's supposed to drop.
Respectfully, you know.
Respectfully. But we're going to get her done. So this podcast will not be dropping at midnight.
Not at all. Y'all can wait. The fuck?
But it will be out before y'all wake up.
Respectfully. Good morning, hoes.
Good morning. Anyway, hey, Butt.
Hi.
How is she, Jesus? Because this is Jesus. Actually, this is not Butt today. Look at her. Tell me that's not Jesus.
Reincarnated.
If you are just listening to the podcast today, just click over to YouTube at some point so that way you can watch the first 2 minutes and you can see Jesus.
I might post a picture later. We'll see. She has a video of me.
You about should.
Honestly?
I do have a video of her.
But not in the blonde wig.
But not in the blonde wig. The blonde wig is what really makes it a Jesus moment.
Amen.
Anyway,
I died for your sins.
Anyway, y'all, make sure that you are ready to spark up, roll up. I forgot what the introduction was.
My name is Princess Bootyshorts, and that's Zamora Love. We're ready to start this shit.
Yeah.
Welcome to Two Queens, One Blunt, bitches.
This is Two Queens, One Blunt.
Two queens, one blunt. Two queens, one blunt. Two queens, one blunt. Two queens, one blunt. You better spark it up with two queens and a blunt. Two queens, one blunt. Two queens, one blunt. Two queens, one blunt. Two queens, one blunt. You better spark it up with two queens and a blunt.
They're like, what the fuck is this energy?
I don't need to go home.
Oh, we gotta stop cussing so much too.
Oh, yeah. That was the goal.
Yes, the goal was to stop cussing so much.
I think we should have one episode where we just fully let out all the cussing, and then after that we
don't cuss no more?
No.
So maybe our New Year's Eve show? We just cuss everybody out?
Yeah.
2023, no cussing?
No. Okay, let's not say no.
On the podcast.
Minimal
cussing.
Like no F,
no fucks,
no B.
No bitch? Oh, no, I gotta call a bitch a bitch.
I would say ass is okay, damn is okay, and I guess bitch is okay. But no F's, no N's.
Talking to the microphone, ho. And if you want to look at me when you talk, put the microphone over here.
They can hear me.
They could not, because I could barely hear you.
Listen up, hoes.
In the meantime, while we're figuring our shit out, can you stop? While we're figuring our shit out, y'all make sure to subscribe, to like, to share, and to comment below, because we greatly appreciate it. And we would greatly appreciate being able to communicate with you guys. So if you like what you're seeing, leave a comment. If you don't like what you're seeing, leave a comment. But know that we do read, and we read very fiercely.
Yeah.
Other than that, we also have other good announcements that we want to make. We have been doing the song of the week for the last 4 weeks now?
4 weeks.
Okay. And we decided to go ahead and make a podcast playlist for you guys. So we are going to add the link in the description, but there is a official Two Queens, One Blunt Spotify playlist.
It'll also be posted on our Twitter, our Instagram, and wherever else we post stuff.
Wherever else we post stuff. So we'll definitely make sure that you guys are able to get into it. Keep in mind with the playlist, this is basically just songs that are touching us this week. Sometimes it might be catered more so towards a smoking vibe. Sometimes it might be a dance vibe. Sometimes it might be something that you could perform if you're also a fellow drag queen. So keep a lookout. Like I said, it's in the link below, and follow it because we got some bops to add to it that we've already added to it and that we're going to continue to add to it. And I think because we're talking about it, we should just get into the song of the day now. Should we?
Let's do it, but you're going first.
That's fine. My song of the day is a really good one. I'm going to play 2 seconds of it if I could find it really quickly. But it is from an artist named Q. The artist's name is Q. And the song is called Stereo Driver. And when I tell you, I couldn't figure out how to type stereo for a second.
You know, honestly, I had a dumb bitch moment too, right while I was like, what song is this about to be?
It's this one.
I like this song.
I love this song.
I actually really like this song.
I love this song. It's called Stereo Driver. It is my new obsession. I got it off of YouTube from one of my favorite YouTubers. They do a what's that shit called? You know, like when you're doing a DJ set? Yes, that's what
exactly
it is.
what it is.
What the fuck it's called.
I was like,
They do a DJ set, and his name is Bobby Nsinga. Spelled out Nsenga. Nsinga. And the playlist that I found this song from is his more recent one that came out 3 days ago. It's called When You're Overwhelmed. He has playlists for every vibe.
bitch, you were playing it the other day. It was fire.
I was.
Honestly, really good playlist. I mean, y'all should check it out.
Definitely.
Definitely a fucking vibe.
Definitely. I'm actually going to list his channel on our description as well.
Yeah.
So go ahead and check it out. We're not haters over here, baby. I want to put y'all on some good music, and he is a phenomenal DJ.
Absolutely.
So if you're looking for a chill vibe to smoke to, that is it. With that being said, my song of the day is Stereo Driver by Q. Why the fuck wouldn't you blow it that way?
Because my mouth was closer to this way, so I was like, let me not put it
You
past.
could have literally blew it out of that side. You blew it out of this side. You could have blew it out of that side.
but the microphone's
You're
right here.
You're just a whore.
Did you hear it?
I felt it.
Oh, that's okay, then you didn't hear it.
What is your song of the week?
My song of the week is Venice Bitch by Lana Del Rey.
Ooh, that is so good.
Honestly, I love that song, and the fact that
Oh,
it's
wait,
8
I wasn't
minutes,
talking about the song. I was talking about the drink that you made me.
you know, because she's a master mixologist. Don't forget to try Pussy in a Cup if you see me. Ask me what it is. I'll order it for you. You have to pay for it, though.
I can't find the song that you said.
Venice Bitch?
Oh, Venice Bitch?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. I typed in Venice Beach. This is it.
Very mellow. It lasts 8 minutes, and it's a really good vibe.
Period. We'll make sure to add it. I'm only doing like 10 seconds of
That's
each one
fine. No
every
copyright.
episode. No
Fuck.
copyright. Y'all not getting us.
Y'all not getting us.
So yes, if you would like to keep track of our Song of the Weeks, you can simply just follow the podcast playlist on Spotify. Like I said, it's called Two Queens, One Blunt. Spelled out, or not spelled out. It's literally the number 2, and then a Q, and then a 1, and then a B. So it's technically 2Q, 1B. This bitch has asshole, and she liked it. She's on her Twitter looking at nasty, disgusting things while we're supposed to be filming a podcast. Girl, that's how she's feeling today. How is your week going?
First of all, it was a nice ass.
I don't know if it was nice.
It was. He can sit on my face. Not gonna lie.
I'm sure a lot of people could sit in your face.
Actually, I have a list.
I
have a list.
Let's bring the list to the light.
We're not gonna bring the list to the light. Respectfully. My week's been pretty good. I quit my job. I just fell in love. I just quit my job.
I'm going to find a new drive.
Damn near worked me so damn hard.
And we were really off key. Know that we just finished a photo shoot and we went and got some drinks after.
At the tracks.
Mm-hmm. And now we are back home recording. So if we're a little everywhere, that's because we are on a high right now. We had a really good photo shoot. We got some really good drinks and we are still drinking.
That was what I was about to say. I was like, and we are still drinking. We got the sangria and the Crown and Cranberry.
And she poured the rest of the bottle of Crown in there. And it's very strong.
There's a straw in my sangria pouch.
Apple Crown, to be exact. All right. Well, I mean, there's it's weak, but there's no real life updates. The week was fine. Oh, fuck. We had Thanksgiving last week.
We did have Thanksgiving. Bitch, your Thanksgiving food was fire as shit.
Oh, she had a plate.
I had a plate. Ate that shit, knocked the shit out right after. Like 100% was like. And then it wasn't until I finished the ham. It wasn't until I fucking finished the ham where I was like, all right. And you were like, bitch, are you going to continue to paint in your face? And I was like, nah.
And then she continued to roll over and go to sleep.
Knock the fuck out in my hoodie.
On the couch.
And then we had a family FaceTime.
Yes, a family FaceTime.
And it was our mother reading me for me. She was like, not booty with the face on. Zamora was like,
this bitch would sleep for hours.
Hours. And Zamora was like, yeah, it's just the eye though. Like, it's the one eye. It was one eye.
It was one eye, but it was a good eye.
Thank you.
It was a good eye.
Oh my God. She's being really kind today.
That eye was a good eye. This bitch. My week was good though. It was just Thanksgiving. She worked all week. I did a sidetrack on Wednesday and on Thursday, which was actual Thanksgiving. I told you guys about that last episode. I also was at Berlin Saturday for Lucy Stool's show, which was really sickening. It was my first Saturday at Berlin. I was supposed to be there for my birthday, but unfortunately that gig did get canceled.
Rest in peace.
We discussed it on the podcast.
Yeah, I know.
So we finally got that rebook, and it was a very sickening gig. She made a cute coin. I had a really good time. Was around some good energy. So, we couldn't be mad at it.
Not at all.
Let's spark up, though, because...
Should we spark a joint right now and then a blunt?
You already know. Joint, blunt, joint.
It's one of those things where, like, I feel like we got to the point where, like, it's telepathy.
I got you. You got me.
I want y'all to know this is one of my favorite bitches. If you did not know thus far, you should know right now. Favorite.
And if you don't know, now you know. Knitter. Wait. No, we're bringing the knitters to the light. We are bringing knitter to the light because people are going to look at us like we're crazy for continuously
saying knitter.
Oh my God, as soon as you type in Arthur and in the K, it's the first thing that pops up. Listen to this because, wow. Because we did not make this up. So I need you guys to know that knitter is something that was on a PBS show.
PBS Kids. My fucking network, bitches.
Called Arthur. So check this out real quick and we'll get back. Just listen.
I saw him with mine own eyes depart the old yarn yurt with a pink woolen thread most shameful. It's not pink. It's fuchsia. He's a knitter.
I love that it's a take on the Scarlet Letter. Love that it's a take on the Scarlet Letter. I hope she actually puts the clip on.
I actually am going to. I'm going to put the clip on. I thought about throwing it over to here, but I was like, that's too much work.
Fuck that.
I'm going to actually put it on the YouTube channel so that way when you guys are watching the podcast on YouTube, you'll see it.
Because, honestly, like the movie Easy A, that's sort of like the premise of it, where it's like
Absolutely.
You have that letter.
But when y'all hear the House of Love walking around the streets of Chicago screaming out, knitter!
That's why.
That's why. She's a knitter!
But y'all can't say it. So.
But y'all can't say it. Y'all call us a knitter, we fighting.
On site. Apparently, I look like a hood bitch ready to fight.
Well, no, now she looks like Jesus.
I look like Jesus, but earlier I did.
Earlier, she had on that same hair, and she had on a crop top black little moment with a bag across her hip, or not her hip, her chest. And then she had on some sweats.
And some white tennis shoes. The fuck?
All she was missing was some black Air Forces, and I had the black Air Forces. If she would have had those on, or some Timbs, that's a ghetto banshee bitch. And we stand a ghetto banshee bitch.
You know, honestly, my new aesthetic. I thought I was going into a bang phase,
Excuse
but
me.
no.
It's always my aesthetic.
I
I give two sides. So
before you perform, you look like a certain way, and then afterwards, it's like, all right, I'm ready for anything.
Right, I try to give glamour.
Yeah.
But then after glamour, bitch, I would throw on my fucking cornrow wig and my motherfucking sneakers and a t-shirt and some jeans. Just in case somebody's feeling froggy.
Bitch, me in a beanie and fucking...
Speaking of which, where is your beanie?
I don't know. And I'm really sad about it because I haven't worn it in like a week, and I'm like, what the fuck? But it was the last time when we had the benefit show. It's the last time I wore it.
Wait, you wore it out of the house, or?
You remember we wore it to the benefit show, and then I had to work afterwards, and I took you to the Clarion. I was wearing it while I was at the Clarion.
Perfect.
I mean, I don't care what it is now because I don't work there no more.
The fucking Clarion Inn. Fuck that hotel.
Respectfully.
We can say it. No, disrespectfully.
Disrespectfully.
We both used to work there.
Both.
Well,
Honestly,
let's not even get into it yet. Let's not get into it yet because today we are talking about jobs. I don't work jobs, bitch. I am a job. You don't like it, take a hike, pay me for a sucking slob.
Period. She's a rat bitch, y'all.
I'm a rich ass bitch with an attitude. Pipe it down before I whoop you like your mama do. Damn, bitch, you were supposed to come in with the period.
I don't know this song. Like,
see, I question her black card so often.
I can make mac and cheese. Leave me the fuck alone.
That she can. I've had her mac and cheese. Now, you know, and this is just me because I like salty shit. It can use a little salt.
But again, you can always add salt. You can't take salt away.
True.
And that's my...
Actually, you know you can.
What?
There's a way to get salt out of your food.
Spill the tea. I want to hear about this. I'm curious.
I don't want to spill it, though, because then people are going to know my secrets.
Fuck it. Then don't spill
I'll tell you when we're not on the podcast.
That's so hot.
Yeah. So that way you know how to, just in case.
A bitch loves the secret, honestly.
I'll tell the podcast listeners when we have an episode on cooking. Which, no shade.
Wait, can we do like a cooking challenge episode where we're like recording while we're cooking and we're still talking and shit?
Absolutely. We're going to do that in Arthur's kitchen, though, because his kitchen is nicer than ours.
We need to find a nicer kitchen than that. Let's go to Jim
He
and
has
Nico.
a nice kitchen.
Let's go to Jim and Nico's.
Jim and Nico's kitchen would be perfect.
We can cook them both dinner. I don't give a fuck. But like,
Okay, Jim and Nico, we know you're podcast listeners. We're coming over.
we're coming over. We're gonna cook for you. We're gonna cook challenge.
And that's going to be the episode that you guys are featured on.
Honestly, that would be cunt as shit. So they could just be like sitting there and we're just cooking. Oh my
Yep.
god.
We are going to have to... Oh, I already have the microphones that you can clip onto
Yeah.
your shirt. I was going to say, I'm going to need a microphone that I don't, so that way I can move it and groove it. Move it and groove it. Okay, are you ready to play
Puff? Hold
a
on.
little Puff?
I feel like we should finish this and then start something for Puff Puff.
Sure, we could definitely do that, but we are also 20 minutes into the podcast.
Oh, fucking, let's start it then. We can,
It's all right. We're not playing as many cards as we've been doing. We are going to have a little bit more of a structure here on the podcast.
even though she's trying to have a structure this entire time.
Right, but now we 15 episodes deep.
So for real, for real.
So for real now. We are going to start doing probably 5, maybe 6 if we're really feeling it. But 5
3
cards.
each.
I think 2 each with...
One extra.
And each week we alternate.
Cute.
So like this week you would start, next week I would start, or
So I get
vice
3 in
versa.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless we have a guest on the podcast, then the rules will change clearly. But when it's just us two, speaking
No,
of
when we have a
which,
guest on the podcast, it'll be a different game.
we got a lot of games now.
We have a lot of games now.
Because
she personally funds Jeff Bezos.
No thanks. Actually, and she burped again. I didn't get any of the games off of Amazon this time. I got them all off of Instagram. Thank you very much. Secondly. Second. Is it secondly?
Secondly.
Secondly.
Yeah. LDY.
It sounds like
Second.
second leave.
Yeah.
Second leave.
Second leave. Second leave. Second leave.
Point is, though, no thanks to this Jesus ass bitch. She didn't get any new games, and she had one job.
I have the game. Not
Where
with
is
us, but we have it.
That she did not purchase. She's trying to steal her friends.
And he's not going to use it, so like the fuck, why not?
Well, listen up, Arthur.
Jesus.
You can keep that game. I have purchased
I know where your fucking house is, bitch. I'm coming to get it. Wait.
I purchased 5 new games, bitch. I know. I have a problem. It's all right. But I prepared us for the future, so that way when we do run out of card games, we have other ones to just pull from.
Fair.
We have card games that we will only play when there's guests.
Yeah.
And then we have card games that we'll play by ourselves.
Yeah.
We got the other 2 volumes of not 2 Queens, 1 Blunt. Bitch, there's only 1 volume with 2 Queens, 1 Blunt.
Honestly, I think we should have a game.
No shade.
Because I feel like...
Sponsor us.
Sponsor fucking us. We've been talking about this.
At this point, the people of Puff Puff Pass, y'all need to get into it. And y'all need to give us a game. But with that being said, we did buy a couple more volumes of Puff Puff Pass. So now instead of just having volume 2 and volume... Oh, no, this is the expansion pack.
Yeah, volume 2 and 3.
No.
We have 1 now?
We also just purchased 1 and volume 3.
Oh, so we had 2 originally.
Yes, we had 2, and then we had the expansion pack.
3.
But we got 1 and 3 now.
I heard. Didn't you say 1 was bullshit, though?
The reviews gave bullshit, but...
We gonna see.
We gonna see.
If
that's gonna be up to us.
Honestly, yeah. All right.
So.
I'm gonna start?
Let's start it up.
Shuffle them.
A quick little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 19. Yep, I went from 13 to fucking 19.
Honestly, numbers don't exist. Timing doesn't exist. We're all in alternate universes.
Stay tuned for the conspiracy episode.
Oh my gosh, no, that's going to be a really good episode.
No shade, I kind of want to have it as our first episode of New Year's.
Yes.
I think that would be sick, because do you guys remember the conspiracy?
Not like New Year's Eve, just so y'all are aware, but like New Year's like the first week.
First week of January.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the conspiracy back in 2000 when, and I don't know if you guys did it, but they all said that the world was Y2K.
Yeah.
World was going to end. Bitch, we was in our basement. House was boarded up.
Not me. I was just in my house. What the fuck was going to happen? Thing.
Because she sits
on the eyelash.
Yeah. So tuck her if you need to into your ear after you take off the headset.
Hold on. This is what I'm going to do.
And there she goes. And there she goes.
Magic, right?
Do the other side, too.
Oh, my God. Wait.
And there she goes. Now let's lift up the lash at the end by just, Purdue chicken, bitch. All right.
Sister getting me together.
Always and forever.
All right. Well, while she's lighting this, best answer. Something people lie about on... We've done this one.
What was it?
Something people lie about on first dates. We've done that one. We've done... Oh, no. This is one we have not done.
Okay. Because I was about to say, at this point, bitch, we could do an episode with no game. Because we are
I was like, pardon
24
y'all.
minutes in.
We're going to do like 3 cards and that's it. Best answer. I am making a new Olympic event that I can win.
We played this. I said that I answered this question.
No. I can win. Me specifically.
Not me?
No, not you. I can win. Contestants have to blank the most in 60 seconds.
Are we sure we didn't do this one?
No. The way that you said it was different. So even if you did do this one, it's completely different than what you originally said.
Well, if it was a game for you...
Me specifically.
It would be a sucking dick one.
Honestly, I would win.
And the contestants would have to make someone bust in 60 seconds.
I can do it.
We should do a dick sucking episode. You get a dick, I get a dick, and we see who makes them come quick.
Honestly, they could just be on screen and we'll be off screen. Just be like... Sorry, Bob, if you're listening to this. And Shar, I'm so sorry.
Sorry, I tickled myself with that one.
I honestly feel like it would be a tie though, because I feel like we're both throat goats.
Babe, okay, throat go down.
Down.
Ooh, we should have we have to have a sex episode.
Absolutely.
We're gonna hit them with that later on though.
I don't think. Okay,
They gotta warm up to us first.
I was like,
before we
I don't think
start.
y'all ready for me. You might be ready for her, but y'all not ready for me.
The gag is though, I had to really sit and talk with myself, and I realized I am a lot more scandalous of a person than I thought I was. The thing is, I'm a Libra, and you're not gonna know my shit unless I want you to know my shit. And there's some shit that I have done that nobody knows. Like none of my friends.
Wait, are you sure
not
about
even,
this?
I am 100.
I was like, because I feel like I know a good like 90%.
You do. You know about 90%. Yes, you know about 90% of the shit that I've done. But then I come to think about it, and there's a couple stories that I have that I know I did not tell you.
Oh, bitch.
I have not told Dominique. I have not told you. I have not told Arthur.
Oh,
Sasha,
so they're just gonna stay in the closet.
Mikey. Like literally, this is like shit that I was like, ooh, girl, I'll die with this one.
Okay, wait.
Because sometimes it's so scandalous that I'd be like,
Okay, wait. You can't.
did I really do that?
Okay, this is the thing. I feel like she says it's like scandalous, and I'm gonna listen to it, and I'm like, oh.
No, bitch, you're
Go
gonna be
off.
like,
No. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this later. I want you to know this right now. This is a bookmark conversation for us.
for when, right,
yeah.
right. But once I'm ready to talk to you about it, because I'm like, there's still a couple of things that I'm like,
I want you to know she's like this with her mom.
I'm like this with everyone.
Everyone.
I think that everyone should respect people's boundaries and when people are ready to discuss things. And just because I said that I wanted to talk to you about something or brought up the subject does not mean that I'm ready to talk to you about it right then and there. And I have multiple people in my life who, if I say something, they think that, all right, we're going to discuss it right now. I don't want to talk about it yet. And you're not going to make me talk about it yet.
Talk
Simply
about it
put,
when you're ready.
talk about it when you're ready. So if
I'm
you
a
learned,
huge advocate on that.
absolutely, I know you are. That's partly where I learned that from. So if you are someone listening to this podcast and you have someone that's pressuring you into talking about some shit, stand 10 toes down on that ass. Talk about shit when you're ready to.
100%. Because again, like, who the fuck is someone else to rush you?
That part. Who the fuck? We didn't stop cussing at all.
Not
It's
at all.
been-
Not at all. But we said after New Year's. That's what we said. We said New Year's is going to be the episode where we just cuss. And that's the one that should be on.
Well, we'll let y'all know if and when we'll be on here.
If and when. She said if.
Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and bleep out the name. Because I don't want them to know who we're talking about yet, because I want it to be a surprise. So,
Yeah, I don't get to know.
don't overthink it.
Okay.
Name a way people used to communicate before.
We did this one. Who
I
the
told
fuck
you we
mixed
did
them up?
that one. Did we do all of Puff Puff Pass?
I think we've done all Puff Puff. We're done with Puff Puff Pass, y'all.
We are done. Wow. We all just witnessed that. And I don't know how to feel about it. So, I mean, we are at 30 minutes. I guess we did not get a game of Puff Puff Pass in.
Fuck it.
But fuck it. You know, sometimes you're going to get a game, sometimes you're not. But what you did get was quality content. You got good conversations.
Yeah.
So we're not mad about it. We will play another game next week. I'm not about to go fish for another game right
Absolutely
now for us to
not.
start when we have reached our time for
A break?
a break.
I'm so happy because this is exactly what I was thinking. Goodbye, y'all. I'll see you in a second.
Wow. She just dismissed the fuck out of y'all. We will be back. Okay.
This episode is sponsored by Sangria
Is it?
with
Cause they ain't pay
3
me.
eyes.
Cause they ain't pay me. So where the check?
I'll get you
Where
one.
is
You want one?
the check?
I'll bring you one next time.
Oh, they paid you?
No, my Puerto Rican friend buys them, and she's like, "Hey, you want one?" And I was like, "Yes."
Right, but you said it was sponsored by. I need a cut. I need a percentage.
Do you not want one then?
I mean, sorry, I'm struggling to get into position, y'all. I just like fucked up my ankle a little bit.
I don't know
during the
how. She
break.
literally was just standing there, and she was like, "Oh my god!"
I went.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, it was probably the window with the wind.
Okay.
Cause you know that one window.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'd be hearing that when I'm in my room, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's because it's not locked, so it literally rattles.
"Why is it not locked?"
Because I never lock it. It has bars over it. Can't nobody get in that bitch.
So okay, so what's the reason for not locking
Because
it?
I always open it. That's the window that I always open. Point is, it will be locked once it's ice fucking cold out. But right now, it's not. It was 60 degrees outside today.
I see your sewing machines over there.
Okay, why do you keep on looking back there? Stop looking back
No,
there.
but this is the thing. You're gonna make me something after this.
Absolutely the fuck not.
You see how mean she is to me, y'all?
I'm not. You literally just said, am I going to make you something
I
after
said,
this?
can you?
It's 11:14 p.m.
Is it really?
Yes, girl.
Girl. Anyways, let's continue.
This drug bitch. Anyway, like I said earlier today, y'all, we are talking about jobs.
Fucking jobs, y'all.
I don't work jobs. Bitch, I am the job.
Steve Jobs.
The people would like your black card. That's it. The people would just like your black card.
If you want my black card, comment below.
Well, let's dive into this conversation. We are discussing jobs, so let's start it off like this.
Should we start about for like what happened or
No, we're not even gonna discuss you not working at your job anymore. We're gonna discuss. We'll circle back to that, but we're gonna start at
first jobs?
first jobs.
Whew. Okay, so technically, I've been working since I've been like 13. Like, not gonna lie.
Ooh, illegal.
Yeah, illegal as fuck. I worked in a barber shop and I swept up hair.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah. We'll have another conversation about that later.
Oh, maybe it wasn't so cute.
Anyways, so then at a point I became of age and I worked at McDonald's for a year. And that was my first job.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry to interrupt you. I'm on the YouTube channel for the Arthur. He's a knitter thing that I posted.
Yeah.
Or not posted, I mentioned.
Yeah.
Bitch, why are the comments turned off?
Because that's why. You know exactly the fuck why. And the reason why your mother says it.
He's a knitter.
They said we can't have no racism on YouTube.
Okay. So you were saying?
Yeah, McDonald's was my first job. I worked there for about a year. I stopped working there because I got another job and then I couldn't find my contacts one day because...
Wait. What you're not about to do
That's literally the reason.
is
because
blame it on your contacts.
No, dead ass. Because, a bitch is blind as fuck. So
Definitely.
if I have no contacts, what am I going to do? Sit there blind as shit, drive over there blind as shit? No. So I didn't have contacts. I was broke as shit. And yeah, so I
So
said...
you didn't have glasses?
Did not have glasses. They were broken. They just broke. So then I told them, I was like, yeah, I'm not coming in because I can't see. And they're like, okay. And then I just never went back. So that was my first job. Second job, technically.
So you chose not to go back and they didn't fire you?
They didn't fire me.
Wow.
I chose not to go back.
Unreliable. Well, my first job, technically, my stepfather had a cleaning company called Alpha Green Cleaning.
Alpha Green.
Alpha Green Cleaning. I believe it was named after his father, whose name is Alfred. But anyway, because I'm divulging a lot of information.
Ooh.
It's all good. I worked there for a while and I did get paid. That was really cool. Wow, you disrespectful cunt.
It was the end of the juice box, y'all.
I know you got to do it at the end. But my first legitimate job, I worked at Charlotte Russe before they went out of business.
No, there's still ones around.
Are there?
There's one in Fox Valley Mall.
Go off.
They have onesies there.
Ooh,
For cheap.
love that. Well, the first one that I worked at was in Las Vegas, where I am from. And I worked there with my best friend, Dominique. And I was the shoe specialist. Our boss was literally like, I wish there was like a image that I could like pull up for y'all to see, but like this lady smelled like every cigarette. And I'm not laughing at her because she was a big girl. Baby, I'm a big girl. She was 300 plus. She wore the same yoga pants every day that she never washed. They smelled terrible, and they smelled like cigarettes and ass.
Cigarette and ass, y'all. It's coming in a candle.
But you knew that it was the same yoga pants because she would have spots on the back that she didn't see because she sat in some shit, and they would always be there. And it was like, girl, you did not switch pants or wash them because that same spot that you sat on yesterday is still on there. She had no shame in her game. And then she had these keys that would jingle around, and she had a very raspy, just like,
Does she sound like fucking Janis Joplin?
no, worse.
Oh my god.
She was really nice to me. Really nice to me, but that's because she had a thing for black men, and she made sure to tell everybody that during the interview when she was interviewing
She
us.
said, I like niggas.
She was telling us how she was in a relationship with a black guy, and he was everything, and she likes black guys and all this shit.
Like I said,
She hated Dominique though.
because she's a black woman.
Oh, she hated Dominique. She used to give Dominique such a hard time, but she loved me. She gave me everything I ever wanted. If I wanted time off, if I wanted different positions, if I wanted to work different shifts, she gave it to me all. And she was one of the main people. She pushed for me to transfer my job from Las Vegas to Chicago. She did not want Dominique to transfer from Las Vegas to Arizona.
Gag.
I was like, damn, she's a bitch. But I mean, I believe Dominique did get to transfer, but at the same time, I don't think that she stayed there if she did transfer. D, you'll have to correct me if that's the case. If not, oh well. This is how we'll find out if she listens to the episode. If I get a random text message that says, no, bitch.
I'm like, oh, D.
Okay.
As I think about it, with my first job, I had to go off on someone before I stop working there.
Well, bitch, it was McDonald's. I'm not surprised. Tell us from the
Because-
start, and don't
so-
you dare leave a thing
I'm
out.
screaming. So, like, I was one of the very few black employees working there. It was two of us.
Was this a McDonald's in Aurora?
North Aurora, actually. Right by Woodman's. You know that one.
I do love that woman.
We love fucking Woodman's. We stand for Woodman's here. Anyways, so working there, one of the very few black people.
I can actually put her out after you.
I'm screaming. I very much take pride in any work that I do. I like to be an overachiever. I like to be efficient, like getting shit done. So at one point it was a busy like moment, and there were people coming in, and one of the managers was like, "Why aren't you doing this?" And like got snappy with me, and I was like, "I got the people their stuff. You need to deliver your bags like you should be doing." Like, and I went off on her like that. She's like, "Oh well," and then it was like 2 weeks later that I just didn't come. Cause I'm not here with the fuck shit. Like, I'm 100. I feel like that's been a consistent. I'm not here with the fuck shit. Once I sense fuck shit, like for real, like not like fuck shit, but like for real. That's what I'm like. Oh yeah, no, I'm good.
I mean, I've gone off on pretty much every job I've had.
Wait, what's your second job?
My second job, I was one of the annoying ass people that called you from a blocked number or a unknown caller number.
We ignore them.
And I did the CDC survey for the National Immunization Records. I loved that job because I got paid coin and I got to make my own schedule. So I was working there and at Charlotte at the same time.
That's a gag. My second job, I taught dance.
Come on, dance instructor.
And been doing it for over like 10 years. So
Purdue chicken, motherfucker. That's what we went to school for. So we'd love to hear that she's still continuing in her passion.
yeah, it's honestly like my fun job because I love my kids. I love being able to be creative, be able to choreograph and shit. Do I see like it's like a long-term career? Like, oh, I'm gonna be doing shit like this? No. What I want as a long-term career will come eventually.
There you go. What's meant to be will be for you, baby.
Yeah.
What was your second job? Oh,
Dance.
What was
And
your
the
third?
Third, so I taught at several studios within the 10 years.
So still dance.
Yeah, so dance. And
dance revolution, baby.
literally. So then once I left, because I worked at the Fox Valley Park District for a little bit.
Okay, I remember that. I went there several times with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once I stopped working there because the new management was on.
Wait, did I teach a class with you there before?
Yes, you did.
Okay, I was gonna
Yes,
say,
you
wait,
did.
I think I taught a class
Absolutely
there.
did. Bitch.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. So some of my students like met you and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure if I'd be like, hey, yeah, this person is this person, they'll be like, oh my God, I would have never. I'm going to see on Wednesday. We'll go see what happens.
What's happening Wednesday?
I teach.
Oh. I thought you were saying that they were coming out.
No, I teach.
Oh, okay.
Some of them are still too young. Crazy.
Wait, are you about to say something? Are you mid-thought?
Yes.
Okay, finish that up, and then we're going to take a break. I have to pee down boots. I'm so sorry.
I'm screaming. Okay.
So sorry.
Yeah, no. So, oh, fuck. So, yeah, I've been teaching for 10 years. After I taught at the Park District, I left for my close friend and
I remember that studio as well.
Yeah, Motif.
That's where I did my beautiful dance video in full drag for Amanda's Drag Race on Instagram.
Yeah, she ate that shit up. And then after that, I was like, okay, well, I'm only doing dance like part-time now. I'm not doing it like how I used to, and I still need to do something more efficient. That's when I started working at the Clarion full-time. And before we talk about that, we're going to take a quick break. So we'll see y'all in a few moments.
We will take a very quick break. I'm so sorry for this early break.
Yeah.
This bitch told me to pee before we ended the last break. And I
did tell her to pee. Respectfully.
BRB. Bada boom, bada bam, ba bar.
Oh.
We went two different places.
I was at Christina Aguilera.
Oh, give it to us. That was not Christina Aguilera. Okay, there we go. There we go.
Yeah. I need a.
Damn. I'm not myself tonight on Thursday.
Honestly, I'm coming out on Thursday so I can see you do not myself tonight.
Hell yeah.
Hell
I'm going to do that. And I think I'm going to do it in that little neon outfit.
I'm dancing a lot. I'm taking shots and I'm feeling fine.
Kissing other boys and the girls. Someone to call the doctor because I lost my mind. Because I'm doing things that I normally don't do. The old me's gone. I'm feeling brand new. And if you don't like it, fuck you. Hey!
Jinx, you owe me a favor.
Bitch.
Honestly, no. That was one of her top tier songs. And I don't understand why it doesn't get as much appreciation.
Bitch. Because the bitch is terrible at singing.
Stop it.
I hate listening to Christina
Oh my
Aguilera
God.
songs. But we'll talk about that in another podcast.
Yeah, we will absolutely talk about that because, oh my gosh, we need to talk about this. I have so many instances where I'm like, you're wrong though. Like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. She has a beautiful voice on certain songs, but she just needs to learn how to reel it in.
That's how I feel about Mariah Carey.
And I'm not saying that Mariah Carey is the best singer in the world either.
No, I'm not saying that you are.
Okay.
But I know I've come into flack with some people that think that she's the best shit. And I'm like,
There's only one flawless singer. Who do you think I'm going to say?
I don't know because I'm real curious as to who the fuck you're about to say.
Well, I'm going to start it with it's definitely not Beyonce.
Absolutely not. She's an amazing performer.
Wait, let me chill out. Don't attack us. We're definitely Beyonce Beehive members.
Yeah, we absolutely are. And that's why we can admit that she's an amazing performer and all around.
And
like,
she's a really good singer too, but she's not the flawless singer. The only flawless singer that we've ever had, Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston can do no wrong. Whitney Houston can do no wrong. We're not going to talk about when she was on crack and her voice was terrible.
No, because she's, again, amazing. Jennifer Hudson's also amazing. Janelle Monáe is also amazing.
Chill the fuck out.
Okay, wait, but like...
We're not talking about this. We're talking about jobs.
We're talking about jobs. Anyway, so I quit my job, y'all.
We're going to come back to have a passionate conversation about music.
On another date.
I was actually feeling like it was next week.
Fuck it, next week. I'm off script. I don't give a fuck.
I'm off script too at this point. Fuck it.
I'm so...
Cheers to off script hoes.
Cheers to off script hoes.
Anyway, back to the Clarion.
Anyways, so I quit. She used to work there too.
And I quit a long time ago.
She worked overnight, night audit, 5 days a week.
And I was the best night audit person that they had, no shade.
Honestly, you're funny as shit.
I got the business done. I got the job done.
And you didn't really fuck shit up.
I did not fuck shit up.
Because there's a very rare moment where I'm like... I mean, also, I didn't have to deal with your fuck-ups, though. Caesar did. Jem did.
And I didn't have a lot of fuck-ups. Even though I feel like somebody told me that they had to clean up a lot of shit that I did. I don't think that I did a lot of shit. I think there's a lot of shit that I didn't do.
I think it was me then. Because I was the only person that would say something like that.
Okay, because I'm like, bitch, I didn't do things.
That's exactly the reason why we
But at the same time, I never fucked anything up.
But if you fuck up something in night audit, it's so easy to clean up. Like, rather than just not doing something, it's like, oh, I have to really go back and like...
Oh, no. I did everything where like the night audit related. But when it was like things like...
Check-ins?
Didn't do all of those. When it was things like the bucket, I didn't always do that. It was like little shit like that where it was like, I'm not doing that. But when it came to the actual job and like the night audit and all that shit,
she
I did all that.
babysat the front desk overnight, and we appreciate
and
that.
I cussed out the customers.
And she cussed out the customers, which I truly appreciate because people
sometimes they needed to be cussed
sometimes
out.
they needed to be fucking cussed out. And honestly, working there for 5 years, it definitely was one of those things where I'm like, oh, y'all are not about to talk to me crazy.
What job was that for you? 4?
So,
or 3?
Okay, wait, let's see. We had barbershop before I was legal.
That was 1.
McDonald's.
2.
Dance teacher at the Park District.
3.
AKA
4.
Motif.
5. Okay, so this is job number 6.
Job number 6.
So let's pause on you and let's catch up because we're only on job number 2 for me.
Okay, let's go. Pause.
Pause on you.
Yeah.
For me, job number 3 was working at Starbucks.
Starbreezy.
And I had the most fierce customer interaction with me lighting a bitch up was at Starbucks. And I threw a hot coffee at a customer because she called me a faggot. And she thought that she could play in my face. And one thing you're never going to do is play in my face.
Never.
And she got mad basically because I was ringing up on the register and whoever my barista was at the time, they were fucking up on the beverage. So I went over there to go make the beverage because I was one of the top tier baristas at the time. And I, at the time, just was not on the coffee station. So I went over there to go make her drink for her because clearly the person who was training was fucking it up or knew was fucking it up. Either they were new or they were training. I can't remember exactly, but it's one or the other. Point is, she ended up getting that attitude, and I just heard her continuously say like stupid, ignorant shit under her breath, and I was just like, girl. And then she started speaking in another language, and I was like, girl, gag on her. She was speaking German, and I speak German. So, bitch, I know exactly what you're saying. And then she proceeded to basically make racial slurs and degrade me and called me a faggot. So I took her hot coffee and I threw it directly at her and told her basically, fuck you. I'm sick of your shit and you will not speak to me like that. And she told me that her boyfriend was going to beat me up. And I looked dead at her boyfriend and I said, he has yet to jump over this counter. Because I'm telling you right now, if I was with anybody, especially somebody that I'm in a relationship with, and a fucking Starbucks barista threw a hot coffee at them,
We're fighting.
I'm over the counter as soon as I see it leaving your hand.
Immediately. I see what's happening before it happens, and I'm like, that's a raven in this bitch.
Literally. So I'm just like, girl, chill out because you with the wrong bitch. Now, before y'all think that I'm just some completely psychotic bitch.
Not at all.
No, I did
She has a lot of
not-
self-restraint.
Yes, I did not throw this coffee at this lady's face or directly onto her person. I threw it at the counter so that way when it hit the counter, all the coffee splashed over onto her. So she was not directly hit by the coffee. And if she wanted to sue, she could have sued. Who gave a fuck? At that point, I was young. I was dumb. I gave not 1/3 of a fuck. I give a little bit of a fuck now.
So much slighter.
Like a very little bit.
It's a sliver. Like,
A
you know
very
that,
sliver.
you know when your grandparents are like, give me a sliver of that cake. Like, that's how sliver it is.
But back then, I really didn't give one. So for her to do that to me, I felt disrespected to the utmost. And respect is everything to me. You disrespect me, all my respect for you as a human goes out the window, and I'm ready to just destroy you.
Absolutely.
So for her to do that, it triggered me, and I'm not proud of that. Would I throw a hot coffee at anyone now? No, but I did, and I own it. And I think it's one of the fiercest go off moments that I've ever had with a customer in my life. But that was my third job. Fourth job, I worked at Mariano's. And while I was at Mariano's, I went from working at the register to working at the juice bar to working in the coffee shop. We already discussed how I got into it with the GM of Mariano's on here.
Love that.
So we're not going to do that. That was the fourth job. My fifth job after that was one of the best jobs I ever had, and that was working at the Waldorf Astoria, Chicago. And I was a communications ambassador for a while there, and then I transitioned over to a personal concierge. The only problem there was that I was the last one standing from the original management, and we ended up getting new management, and the new management didn't really like me. All the people that I started with left the job, and literally everybody I was working with was new. They were trying to get rid of me by writing me up for being 2 minutes late.
Bitch.
Mind you, I worked at 5 a.m. So because I was 2 minutes late at 5 a.m., nobody was up, nobody needed me, none of that. They started writing me up for shit like that. But eventually I actually was late, like a legit late.
Actually, because their tire went out.
Right. And it was right down the street. And at that time I was in the boot list, and I was not about to leave my car sitting on the side of the fucking street. So I called my job, let them know exactly what was going on, told them I'm right down the street. If y'all bear with me a little bit, I can be there. And they didn't want to. So I lost that job. But that was the best job that I had. I made the most money at that job. I literally made so much money that one day I woke up and texted my friend and said, today's a beautiful day to go buy a car.
And she did.
I went and bought a BMW.
I hate you so much. I want you to know that right now. I hate you.
I know. I know. I have a shopping problem. I can't help it. I'm impulsive. But I wanted that car for a very long time, and I bought it. So, period. That was my fifth job. My sixth job was working at the fucking Clarion.
Yeah.
Was that your sixth job too?
Barber.
McDonald's. Dance.
Clarion, yeah.
Bitch, both of our 6 jobs was at the Clarion.
Wait. Real quick. I'm so sorry. Going back to before I quit the Park District, I had to go off on my boss.
Oh, tell us about it.
I have the email right here.
Oh my God, wait, she really does. Turn it to the camera so that people can see, just in case. There is a legit email. Give us the read. We're listening.
Okay, so I'm not going to give any names. I'm like, hi.
And if you do, I'll blank it out.
Period. Hi. We briefly spoke yesterday about my basic hip-hop class and costume issues, and there were a few
Wait,
more
was I
issues.
around during this?
Yes, you were.
Did I help you write this?
I was pissed off.
I feel like
I was so angry.
I assisted with this.
I feel like it was you assisted me being more like conservative with my language,
More professional.
because I was ready to go off, and I did go off. And then I also had to call my mom and be like, "Hey, here's this," and she said, "You can't say this either." And I was like,
We definitely had to edit that bitch down. Okay, get into it. Give it to us.
so I said, "Basic hip hop. These two boys' pants are extremely big, and the girl's has a hole in her armpit of her costume. Beginning hip hop." Issues with the costume. And then I start saying, within the 6 years of me working at the park district, this has never happened, especially not to this degree. And some of the parents are getting extremely angry, and I don't blame them. They are spending a lot of money on these costumes, and for them not to fit because of improper measurement is a bit unacceptable. I've also heard from parents that when their dancer was being measured by certain people, that they were told that's the size they would get. And when the parent or dancer said something to correct it, they were met with a little attitude and their concerns were dismissed. I do not think that is fair. This is one of the reasons why we suggested having certain dance moms and the people we know who can do it properly and well to measure, because they are experienced and they know what they are doing. Dance costume measurements differ than regular clothing, and they always take that into account. If we are going through a new system or changes, that is fine, but I honestly feel like there should be a walkthrough of how to measure by these experienced parents so that everyone is on the same page. I hope everything will be fixed, because I can only see things getting worse if the kids don't have costumes. And that was me being nice.
And you got fired for that?
No, I didn't get fired. I've never been fired from a job once. Always quit. Anyways, back to the Clarion.
Before we go to the Clarion, shout out to Hailey Bieber.
Hailey Bieber! Wait, where's my lip gloss? It's in my
Bitch,
purse.
I think I'm out of lip gloss, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out of lip gloss. I had a real sickening glossy lip today. It's gone now.
I just bought a new lip gloss.
Purdue chicken, bitch. We love a good lip gloss. Okay, so sorry.
It's so funny because you're like, we need to stop cussing. And then you say Purdue chicken, bitch, like every other moment. And it's like...
I told you, I'm not getting rid of bitch. That's my word. What's my favorite word?
So we're just not stopping cussing, okay?
Well, we're going to do us. And y'all are adults. And if you're not adults,
Become
don't
an
tell
adult.
on us. Okay.
18
back
plus.
to the fuck ass Clarion.
Anyways, so I worked there for 5 years.
And I worked there for 2?
2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you worked night audit. I was front desk originally.
Started at night audit, and then the last year that I was there, I was in the day.
Yeah, because you just did random days. It wasn't like
Yeah.
fully, but it was like, hey, can you work this shift? And you were
Yeah.
like, yeah. And
'Cause
then
once Jermaine got there, he started doing night audit.
yeah, and then it got to the point where you cursed that lady out at the fucking bistro.
In the middle of the day.
In the middle of the day, because she was being fucking racist and rude and ignorant. And she deserved it.
And my thing is this. I always feel so bad. And this is kind of why I don't have a job now. I mean, I do. My drag is my job.
Drag his job.
Because I'm definitely a full-time. But I don't deal with disrespect well at all. And I feel like with customers, I'm a very pleasant, nice, calm person. And the moment that you give me any type of an attitude or any type of a I need you, you don't need me mentality, I'm triggered by it. And I feel like I have to address it and I have to correct you right away. Because what you need to understand is I am not the average Joe.
She doesn't need this job.
I don't need this job. And you will never disrespect me or another person that is working in a servant position. Because let's be true,
Service.
Customer service are servant,
Modern day
servant positions.
low-key.
And so any type of customer service job, you should always treat those people with respect, period. It does not matter if you're having a bad fucking day.
Fuck
That
your
doesn't
bad
mean
day.
that you get to go off on them and you get to talk to them any type of way that you want to.
Because honestly, some people don't realize you might get the wrong bitch.
And
on
I
the-
was always the wrong bitch.
And she was always the one. Like, I feel like it comes down to it. I'm like super like, I'm nice when it comes to it. You're
Absolutely.
immediately. I'll have like, oh well, you. Mm.
She's trying to be calm. She's trying to fix the situation.
very much that. But
You start yelling at me, I'm going to yell right back at your ass. And then when you say the customer's always right, no, the fuck you're not.
I love hanging up on people, though.
I love hanging up on people.
Oh my gosh, it was my favorite thing.
Phone disrespect is the best because I don't have to waste my energy. I just hang up.
Did you just hang up on me?
Absolutely
yes, and if
did.
you continue to talk to me like this, then I'll hang up again. Bitch, because
Or, you know what I used to hit them with? So when I worked at, it was called NORC, the CDC phone line.
Yeah.
People. When I used to work there, we couldn't hang up on people like that. So if I was to hang up on somebody, and let's say that they called me back directly, or basically this is where I learned it from, but any job that I had going forward from that, including the recent job that I had that we're going to get into soon, whenever I needed to hang up on somebody, if you started yelling at me, I would hang up. And if you called me back, I'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry. The phone was breaking up. You were speaking at a loud tone and I wasn't able to hear completely. I guess the volume was breaking up the line. So I just ended the call. I did let you know that I was going to end the call, but I guess you didn't hear me because you were, this bitch went to burping again. Anyway, I would spin it like that. So that way I would try to have some type of professionalism. But yeah, I would hang up on them with the quickness. You start yelling, click.
Immediately. Like, and that's what I think about when I have like another job. If I ever work in customer service, like I have my limits. I can't continue to do this bullshit that I've been doing for the past 5 years because I'm tired.
Absolutely. So,
and that's the reason why I want to go into the profession that I want to go into. But, it's neither here nor there.
do you want to divulge that on the podcast, or do you want to keep that? We can keep things private. So if you don't want to discuss that,
I'm not going to talk about that now until it happens.
Okay.
Once it happens, then we can talk about it. And I feel like that could be a whole episode in itself.
Period. We can discuss that then when it is the time, because as we said at the beginning of the episode, we do not force people to talk about what they're not ready to talk about. Simply put. But because the Clarion was your most recent job and it was the last one that you had, I left the Clarion and I went to Groupon, corporate office, corporate America. And it was a great job. It really was. I enjoyed that a lot. I got promoted internally. I did some really good work there. The only downfall was that they decided August of this year to fire everyone.
They said we're downsizing. Like, hella.
Yeah, they let everyone go. And at that time, I went into immediate panic, which kind of brings us into our next talking point, which is when you leave a job, do you feel panic or do you feel relief?
So crazy that you're not going to continue to talk about how you felt because you're the one.
Oh, no, I'm going to
that
jump
stayed
into it. I'm going to jump into it.
Okay, so want me to go first, though?
Yes, you can.
So pretty much with my recent experience, because before I've never just not been unemployed. Like, I've always been employed. I've always been working, and it's really exhausting as I think about it right now. I feel like I should feel some sort of panic, but I don't, because I feel like everything's going to work itself out. I will get another job. If I don't, I can make ways to means or means to ends, or that word. That's saying, like, fuck it.
Make
I'm not
ends meet.
There we go. Oh my God.
Jesus.
Anyway. Yeah, so I'm not stressed. Like, surprisingly, I feel very much relieved, and honestly, taking sort of like a breather and a break from like capitalistic America, which although you never get a full break from, like not having to work and having the experience that a lot of other people have had, it's nice. And although it's not going to be a long-term thing, I'm glad to experience when I get to experience it.
So I love that you're experiencing relief. I think that that's an important part for you. When I left Clarion, I was also experiencing relief because I think that's a very toxic work environment.
Absolutely.
But when Groupon let us go, bitch, it was pure panic.
This last time or the first time?
Both. So I was working at Groupon when the world ended and 2020 hit, and they put us on furlough in April, and I didn't have a job until September. And then I got back to worked from 2020 until August of 2022 when they decided to let us go. And originally it was more panic when COVID was going on and they furloughed us because that was completely unexpected. But at the same time, this one was a little panic too.
Why?
Because this one was a layoff. This wasn't a furlough. So I knew that this wasn't like, okay, well, I could go back to working there. But I will say, when it actually happened, I was... So this job that I had, I was working from home and I worked in corporate America. I basically made my own schedule. Yes, we had to work 8:30 to 5, but realistically, I made my own schedule.
Yeah.
So with that being said,
Like the fact that we'd go on like full like golf trips. Or,
yeah, I
like,
would go golfing. I would work
out to
2
eat.
hours in the day and then have the rest of the day off. I would do things like that. Because literally I was making my own schedule and I was getting things done in those 2 hours that I needed to get done. So let's not make it seem like I wasn't doing my job.
She was doing her job.
The job was
It
being
was just
done.
one of those things where from the outside looking in, it's just like, bitch,
Do you
what?
work? And I was a top performer the whole time that I was at Groupon, top performer. And I got better and better each year. That's why I continuously got promoted. So that was never the issue. But they decided to just let us go randomly. And when they decided to do that, I was laying in my bed and I started seeing the chat go off and people were talking about, oh my God, wait, so does this mean we're fired? Does this mean that we don't have a job? Does this mean... And then my boss said he has a meeting with them and then we're going to have a meeting with them. So he might be getting laid off and all this other stuff. I was seeing all these chats come in. I proceeded to roll over, spark a blunt. Let's spark this joint. I proceeded to roll over and spark a blunt. And I said, Lord, if I'm about to lose my job, give me peace and don't allow me to panic. Because that's exactly what I did the first time that I was furloughed.
Did you panic?
I did not panic outwardly. Internally, I did for that day.
So he asked you, he answered half your prayer.
Yes. Well, he answered my prayer, period. And I'm going to say that because, well, first of all, it wasn't a prayer. But secondly,
A request.
yeah. Secondly, I'm going to say that he answered it because I was at peace. And then I was still at peace internally, even though I wasn't. What I was at peace the whole time. Let's say that. I was at peace. I did not panic.
I feel like it's also because you were working full time at drag as well. So it was like,
Right, but let me speak.
go ahead.
The motors just started moving. That's what it was. So I can't say it was panic. It was more so, this is the new normal. How are we going to adjust? Let's figure this out now versus waiting and doing this later. So it was never a panic. It was just, let's not be in the same position that we were in 2020 when we got furloughed.
You adjusted.
And had to adjust very quickly.
And honestly, I feel like that's one thing that's like, it's a good skill to have, just to be able to be like, okay, well, everything turned upside down. How are we going to adjust to this? Well, I'm going to walk upside down now. And you keep going.
And readjusting brings you into reinventing.
Yep.
Do you feel like when you leave a job that you're reinventing yourself in a way?
In a sense, yeah. Because I feel like every time I have left a job where it's just like, well, I'm going to do different things and to grow myself in a different way, you know?
Definitely. I've always tried to evolve with every job that I've left. So if I ever left a job, I tried to go to something that was better, something that was better, something that was better. And I feel like Groupon was the best job that I had. Granted, I preferred the Waldorf Astoria because that job was great. And I got paid more at the Waldorf than I did at Groupon.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed the work environment of Groupon more. It was just once I was working from home, I was over it. It was just like, I'm not with everyone. We don't have the free food in the cafeteria no more. We don't it felt really nice having that go to work and have that moment.
I want you to know what she used to say when she first started working here. She was like, it's like adult high school.
Literally.
And
I
she
was
loved it.
about to say that, but I chose not to say that. And I'm glad because you said it.
I said it, yeah. It
But
was not going
literally.
to go out of the light. We're bringing it to light.
Literally bring it to the light. But reinventing yourself is basically the part that we're on now.
Yeah, and honestly, this whole like where we are in like the Sagittarius season and like Scorpio season just ending and all this stuff, I feel like it's very much a transformational period for me. So we're gonna see what the fuck happens. I'm not worried about shit. I'm ready to go with the flow. I'm ready to make shit happen. You know.
I feel like you are going to figure it out. And
Always.
I believe in you, period. Because one thing about us who have been working all our lives is that we know how to go get a job. We have no shame in a hustle, and we know how to make sure that our bills are paid. But I think it's that time for you to really buckle down and figure out what you want to do with life.
Which
Because
again, I feel like I know what I want to do.
so then it's that time to put it into action. We'll discuss it later offside of
Yeah,
the
no,
podcast.
we'll talk about this afterwards because it's like a whole process of like having enough money to be able to start and you know like logistics. But we'll talk about that later.
Right. Because I really had to buckle down and have the conversation with myself on, do I want to get a job? Because we all know that I can get a job like
Anywhere,
that.
yeah.
And I have a sickening resume, and I've gone through it, but I didn't give you like my titles in each job that I worked. But I have a really good resume. So, and it's not like I left those jobs like right away. Those were jobs that I worked at for years.
And honestly, that's how it has been for both of us. Where
Yeah.
we've been like longevity hoes where we don't just quit jobs. Like we keep jobs until we've outgrown them.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's what it comes down to. Like, and as much as I'm like, damn, I left my job and it was like
You outgrew it.
I outgrew it, and that's okay. Also, was it a toxic environment? Yes, but like I definitely outgrew that hoe.
It's just time for what's next.
Yeah.
And that's basically how I felt with this whole Groupon thing. I said to myself, I said to God, you know, to whoever I talked to on the phone about it and everything, I continuously said, this was the push that I needed to go into doing drag full time. Because I was already doing drag full time. I had a full-time corporate America job and I had a full-time drag career. And I was exhausted. And I wasn't able to fully invest. I wasn't doing this fucking podcast.
We weren't doing the
Wanted to do
podcast.
it for so long.
She's said this for years. I have like voice recording of us doing
Literally.
a mock. We're gonna listen
No
to that
shade.
tonight.
Send that to let's listen to it and then
tonight.
send that to me and maybe I'll edit it up and maybe we can release that as a
That'd be a
special
gag,
little episode.
honestly, yeah.
But there's a lot that I've wanted to do with my drag career that I just never got to do because I was always busy with working for someone else. And maybe this podcast can be inspiration for someone who's been teetering on if you should invest in yourself and take that leap and do it.
Always do it. Honestly, never without question think for a second that you should not invest in yourself. Do it.
100%. But be
100%.
smart.
Be smart about it. Like, don't do no stupid shit. But like,
I would tell you now, if Groupon did not fire me, I would still be working there. Because I very much so believe that you should always maintain your day job, because just like COVID, when it came and hit and all these clubs closed down and all these queens didn't have a job because they couldn't perform anywhere and they were making all these GoFundMe posts and all these Cash App Me's and things like that. No shade.
wait. But this is the question. What did you do? What did you do?
I hustled.
She hustled, and this is the thing.
I
You
Instacarted, Uber Eats,
DoorDash, everything.
anything that I could to get some money.
So, I don't know. I feel like if you're at that point and you want it,
But not everybody have that hustle in them.
that's exactly what I'm saying. Like if you're at that point and you want it, you're gonna go for it, and you're gonna make yourself survive, no matter what the cost is.
I think that I just had to accept the fact that I have always wanted to be a full-time drag queen since I started doing drag. This has always been the life that I wanted. I did not want to have a job. I wanted to be my own job. And I had to accept the fact that I might be a starving artist. Now, granted, she's not starving. She's well-fed. You see my fat ass. And she lives nicely, comfortably. But I have to remember that I was making all of this money, but I was also making a shitload more on top of this. And I got to get used to just relying on the drag. It's good money. I'm making money. I'm not worried about that. But I have to accept the fact that there might be some times where I'm struggling a little bit. But if this is what I want to do, I have to figure it out. I have to figure out how to remain booked, remain relevant, remain getting money, and evolving. And I know maybe that evolution goes into putting in a tape for RuPaul's Drag Race. Maybe it goes into getting into the pageant world and doing Continental or something like that. The point is, though, I need to be pushing the envelope and never getting comfortable. And I think that if you can take anything away from what I'm saying right now, because I know I'm rambling, I'm lit, but I'm talking real shit.
Honestly, listen to what she says.
You can take anything away for what I'm saying right now is just fucking do it. Do it. Just do it. Nike them hoes down.
And then it's supposed to be like Nike symbol.
Literally, because there's so much that I've wanted to do and I didn't do it, and now that I'm doing it, it's like, damn, bitch,
Should have just did it.
I should have just fucking did it.
Yeah, very that.
Like, now that I'm doing it and I'm keeping it going and I'm making it happen and I'm living and I'm prospering and thriving, bitch, I could have been doing this whole time. And I've been miserable for years working for other people and stressing myself out with no sleep because I was trying to make my dreams happen when I could have just took that leap.
Yep. But at the same time, that leap is terrifying.
The leap is fucking terrifying. And sometimes it takes somebody pushing you off. That's what it took me. It took somebody pushing me. Because I literally was standing at the top of that motherfucker for a long time.
You're like, yeah. And they're like...
And they're like, bitch, get your ass.
Ah.
And I'm so thankful for it.
Learn how to fly.
So thankful for it. So if I could tell you anything, just do it. Go for it. Now, now don't be commenting, talk about some 2 Queens, 1 Blunt made us quit our job. That was Beyonce. Beyonce made you
I just
quit your
fell
job.
in love.
She just quit her job. She's going to find a new drive. Damn, they worked her so damn hard.
Bitch, this has buttons.
The Jesus robe just keeps impressing. The robe that keeps on giving.
It has buttons.
Not the gumdrop
It
buttons.
got sleeves now. Look at
Okay, we are going to take a quick break. It's a break on our behalf. For you guys, it's just going to roll.
Okay. Hold on.
Chubby little fat bitch.
That's how she refers to babies.
Oh my God, I don't have a wig on. I was sitting here. I came back to the table. You were showing me the chubby bitch.
It was a baby, y'all.
And I was going to say normalize calling kids bitches.
She realized she ain't
And
had
then
no
I looked
wig
down
on.
to grab my drink and I said, oh, that's the wig I'm wearing. And then I said, oh my God, my wig is not on my head.
This is the preview I want for this website episode. I want you to know that right now. This is what I want to post to Twitter because this is what Twitter deserves to see. This is what get us views. It's funny as shit. Bitch, it was literally a minute and a half me being in disbelief. Gasped and gooped. Oh my God. Y'all.
Oh my God. I cannot believe I forgot to put my wig back on.
Forgot.
Well, we're back. With wig and all.
Chubby little fat bitch.
Chubby little fat bitch.
And this is how you know you wrong for trying to think that. You wrong as shit. Because that happened.
Okay. We are going to get into this fucking Reddit tea.
I wish we had another joint.
Oh, fuck.
You told me to spark it. Fuck it.
How quick can you roll?
If you go get my shit,
I'm not getting up.
Yeah, then we're gonna breathe the shit, and we're gonna be
You
sober
got some
for
roaches?
it. No.
No
I
shade.
just threw the
This
shit.
blunt could be relit.
Resplit.
Relit. We can get a couple hits off that.
Okay.
All right. So this week we're smoking roaches on the podcast.
We have weed. We just don't want to get up.
We don't. We want to wrap this podcast up. It's getting a little long here. So let's get into this Reddit tea. The title of this one is No More Raspberries. Raspberries.
Raspberries.
This was in the malicious compliance. This was actually deleted from it, but because I had it saved, I still have access. So
hot.
right. Let's get into it.
Commentary by me, because I'm not reading.
This isn't my malicious compliance, but my younger sister's. This was a few years ago, but my dad recently brought it up. I think it was when she was 7 or 8. She loves raspberries.
Raspberries.
Like, she used to eat the entire box.
I'm putting this.
Okay, that's fine. My parents were annoyed because raspberries are expensive.
Yeah.
Anyways, my sister opened the raspberry box and my mom told her not to eat the entire box.
Mm-hmm.
Later, when my mom was making dinner, she found the box. Why the heck are there only 2 raspberries in the box?
2?
Sister, you told me not to eat the entire box.
That's exactly what she said.
Mom, yeah, but there are 5 more people that like raspberries.
Fuck the other people.
Sister. Okay.
Period.
Fallout. Whenever we get raspberries, which is rare because of this incident, we bring up this story and my sister gets really embarrassed. We always try to eat the raspberries at the same time as she does, so that way she can't pull this stunt again.
Leave her the fuck alone.
I know this isn't a short I'm sorry. I know this is a short post, but I think it's funny that a 7 or 8-year-old can also commit malicious compliance.
Period. Honestly, I don't blame her. Why the fuck don't you should like have a couple and be done. She should have specified.
I wish that the next time that they had got raspberries, she ate all of them and left 5.
Just 5. Honestly, be real petty. I love that though. Honestly, she said, I told you not to eat the whole pack. She said, okay.
She literally
And
started,
did.
okay.
Like the fuck? I love her. Oh my God.
She said, well, I'm not about to argue with you.
I want to be friends with her. Like, I feel like I can learn a lot from this person.
I wonder how malicious her compliance has gotten now. This was when she was 7 or 8.
So how many years do you think it's been? Do you think she's like a teenager now?
I hope she's at least like, a teenager or an adult.
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, if you're out there and you end up hearing this, go you. I support you 100%.
We love some petty shit.
Yeah.
Well, girl, that is the podcast. It has been one hell of a podcast.
Honestly, I'm a little lit. That sangria did something to me.
Baby, it was the apple cranberry and the crown for me. And mind you, we got lit before we even got home.
We did get a little lit before we got home.
Do you smell gas? I smell gas. Like gasoline, like from a car.
No, I don't. Are you okay?
I don't know. My nose has been everywhere.
This is the
today.
second time you said something like this, and I'm concerned.
I smell like, it smells like,
Someone like poured it?
yeah, like in here.
No,
Maybe I'm having a moment with the spirits.
she's not.
Speaking of that laugh, the Addams Family, Wednesday.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Watch it. Suggest watch it. Watch it.
Watch it. Watch it.
Do you want to continue watching it after this?
Sure, we can continue watching.
Because I finished it, but I'm going to rewatch it again.
Sure, I'm on episode 2.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, this has been our podcast episode for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope we stayed on topic enough.
I hope so. Lead with light and love and happiness and
I'm so sorry that we did not get into a game, but
we technically did for like a second, and y'all, we just realized what happened, and fuck it.
true, we'll play a game next week. Don't you worry.
Maybe we won't, but come regardless. You'll see.
You definitely will. In the meantime, remember to share, like, subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
Also, don't forget our new Spotify playlist. Go ahead and check that out. It is in the link, or it is in the description below.
Gagged.
You'll also find a link to it on all of our social medias.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think that's all of the promo that we had to put out.
Yeah. One thing I do want to shout out is I do co-host this podcast called Two Queens, One Blunt. Y'all should listen to it. It's low-key lit.
Not the second time this bitch has promoted the podcast on the podcast at the end of the podcast. Now you bringing a birthday gift on my birthday to my birthday party on my birthday with a birthday gift.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to whoever's listening to this, because it's not ours.
It's not ours.
Happy Sag season.
Sag season.
Best sex I ever had with my life was with a Sagittarius.
Honestly, Sagittarius have great sex. But you know who also has great sex?
Who?
Aquariuses.
I can never seem to get into the bedroom with them because I be it's so into them and they just say some shit and I just be like, you know what, you immature fuck.
That's
Go
why
somewhere.
you get it before they start talking.
Whore. All right, y'all. Remember to lead with love and one blunt a day keeps the goblin bullshit away. Throw out your damn Thanksgiving food, bitch. It's been a week.
And clean your bong water.